Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kenedy. We're here with the latest news of the Montgomery County Council. The 19th Montgomery County Council was sworn in before hundreds of people at the Music Center at Strathmore. Newly elected council members Gabe Albornoz, Andrew Friedson, Evan Glass, and Will Juando joined the 5 returning council members: Tom Hucker, Nancy Navarro, Sidney Katz, Craig Rice, and Hans Reamer. And when the ceremony was over, the newly sworn-in members had their dancing shoes on.
All right.
Good, I love jazz. It's just so humbling and exciting to be able to be sworn in to represent the community where I grew up. The only place I've ever called home, to have my family here and friends and so many Montgomery County residents here and my new colleagues. It's just it's an incredibly exciting and special day.
I am honored and humbled to start getting to work to make sure that Montgomery County is a loving, inclusive, diverse place for every resident here in our 1.1 million population jurisdiction. So rolling up my sleeves and getting to work.
This is an emotional moment, to say the least. It's a long time coming, but I am so passionate about public service. I love this community. I'm born and raised here. I want to make sure my kids have the same opportunities that I had.
This is called an agbada. It's traditional Nigerian for a real special occasion. My dad passed about 18 months ago, and if he were here, he would be wearing this, so I'm doing it for him.
I'm committed to serving the community I grew up in, representing everybody here, and making sure that everyone can have access to that American dream. So it's exciting to kick it off in such a grand way.
On his last day as council president, Hans Reamer praised his colleagues for their hard work and dedication in crafting policies that have improved the quality of life here. He also stressed the importance of working together to continue that quest.
There needs to be a place for everyone to live. We need reliable transportation. Young people need a great education. Immigrants and others starting out need an on-ramp to the economy.
And after 12 years on the council, Mark Elrich was officially sworn in as the 8th county executive. In his remarks to the crowd, he pledged an inclusive and equitable Montgomery County, as well as his desire to work with the council to do what's best for Montgomery County. Dozens of officials were on hand for the day's ceremonies, including former County Executive Ike Leggett, who wrapped up 12 years of service in that position. The council held its first official meeting the next day, and first on the agenda, the election of new officers. Nominated by her colleague Tom Hucker.
And so I enthusiastically nominate Nancy Navarro as president of the Montgomery County Council. Nancy
Navarro was unanimously selected to lead the council in the coming year. She reflected back to her first term as president in 2013, where her vision was one Montgomery, a message she will instill during her tenure with increased urgency.
As we witness daily attacks on our core values from the highest office in the nation, we must double down on our resolve to defend the fundamental core values of inclusion, respect, and freedom here at home.
Sidney Katz was unanimously elected by the council as its next vice president. Nominated by Craig Rice, Katz is known among his colleagues as a consensus builder. Newly elected President Navarro presented Reamer with a gavel, thanking him for his leadership over the past year. Navarro will be the sole woman on the council during this term, and moving on to 2019 as president, she plans to focus on several issues, including implementing a senior agenda, making Montgomery friendly for business, and closing the opportunity gap.
Montgomery County is a great place to live and work, but there are persistent opportunity gaps that must be confronted. Montgomery County Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Jack Smith has called closing the opportunity gap that exists among races and ethnicities in our schools a moral imperative. I would add that it is an economic imperative as well, and we should all work with him and the Board of Education to ensure that academic success for all means all.
Well, that wraps it up for this edition of the Council in Brief. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kenedy.